Hello and welcome back to the Five Awesome Geeks, and this week we are talking about historical fiction. So let my heart beat harder, and never mind how high the cost may grow, it will still be so. I will never let your geeks go. That's been stuck in my head for like 2 days, so I really liked that movie, The Prince of Egypt. That was one of the few cartoon movies that really terrified me as a kid because of the plagues and how all the people died, and it was horrible. I would count that as historical, obviously, and also I really like Samurai and Shakespeare. That's one of my favorite anime series of all time. I adore it, and manga too. I love the manga. I need to finish it still. It's been a while since I've read it, but I love the anime for Samurai and Shakespeare. It's so good. So good. I guess I would also count Inuyasha as sort of historical. It is fantasy, but it's also based in feudal era Japan, so I kind of count it as historical in my mind, at least. Also, Baccano. That's a really good show. It's kind of a thriller as well. Thriller comedy, but it takes place in the 20s, I believe, or the 30s. That one's really good. I really love Baccano. It's funny, and it's dark, and it's just a really great anime. And to go along with that, Night Raid 1931 is amazing if you haven't watched that yet. That one's really good. Kind of takes place in the same sort of era, except instead of New York, I believe is when it takes place for Baccano, it takes place in China in the 30s. I really love that anime too. That's really underrated. I really need to do a review of that because it's so good. As far as movies, my favorite movie is Dead Again, which is a Kenneth Branagh film. I love Kenneth Branagh. It's basically a reincarnation story and also a murder mystery. I hope I talked about it when we talked about thrillers, but I really love that movie. It kind of takes place both in the present day, quote-unquote, in the 90s, and also in the 50s, I think, or the 40s. It's really cool how they did it. He directed it. I believe Kenneth Branagh directed it, and it's like half in black and white, half in color, and it's a really, really cool movie. I love it so much. It's one of my favorites. I'm trying to think of any other historical fiction titles that I know. Oh, yes, I do actually know one. Shakespeare. I love the Shakespeare plays, and a lot of his plays are based on history, like Henry V and Macbeth, I believe, and I think Hamlet is too. He just does a really good job at doing drama, and I love Shakespeare so much. And some of his plays are historical. God, I'm blanking on more of his history plays. I guess Richard III and King Lear. There we go. That's what I was forgetting. Those are really good. I like his tragedies more. I don't know if those are considered historical. I haven't studied Shakespeare in so long, so you'll probably have to let me know about that. But I love Shakespeare. I also really like the manga adaptation of Richard III that Ayakano did called Requiem of the Rose King. That one's really freaking good. It's so good. I need to read more of it. I really like that one. And I honestly, well, I guess Black Butler kind of is historical in a way because it deals with, there's a part in the anime where it talks about Jack the Ripper, and a part of the anime that, they talk about different time periods in history. They also talk about the Titanic, which is another movie that I kind of like and kind of don't like. I'm not the biggest fan of the Titanic. I know that's not a very, popular opinion, but it was just, I don't know, it was too long for me, and I just didn't really, it's not one of those movies I watch over and over again, so it was okay, but I just it didn't click with me for some reason. And yeah, that's basically all of my favorites, I believe. I could be forgetting some, but I'm not really sure what to talk about with this topic, so that's it for me. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video and supporting our channel. We really, really appreciate it. It's been so much fun talking to you guys and discussing our favorite things and doing this whole little adventure with my friends. It's awesome. So I hope everyone has a great night, and Melissa, we will see you tomorrow.